Hey, this is Retired Geek Woman, and this is Skyrim, Retired Slow Play, Part 10.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid
When we last left, we had this strange fellow from the Silic Order who talked to us, but nobody else could see it happening. So this is the aftermath of that conversation. Everybody can see him this time. He did it differently than he had before, but they couldn't see him talking to me. So, they're... I think his name is Coroner, and Kano is being the jerk that he is and questions him and tells him to get off of leave the college, and so he's just being a jerk. But anyway, I decided to maybe have a conversation with Savos Aren, the Arch-mage of the Mage College, and kind of get some information from him that we hadn't asked before. I thought, let's take an opportunity and talk to him. Have you ever heard of this person, the Augor of Dunluin, which is who the Silic Order guide told me to go see? And so Savos, he says that in Kano, supposedly there's some mystical thing there, and Kano knows something about it, but said don't let him sway you, he's crazy. Ask him the purpose of the college, and the Archmage explains that there's teaching going on. It's a college, just like any other college. In this case, it's a college to learn magic, and and so he's talking about how far back the College of Mages go, and lots of information here. Just come backstory. Then he's talking about the collapse of what happened in the area. I guess the college blew up or something, or they blew up a town. I don't know. It sounds like they were not being very careful. So something happened between the time that we were last in the world, which was in Oblivion, and now something really bad happened. So he's just giving us some background of that time period and explaining what happened. And in this case, he said it wasn't the mage's fault. Sea of Ghosts came alive, huh? Very interesting. Battered the shore. So he's saying that it wasn't the mage's fault. But nobody believes that. So there's a very uneasy non-alliance between the people of the Winterhold town and the college. So he said there's only a few people left in Winterhold at all. And so they have an uneasy alliance because they blame the mages for what happened to their town. So I think we're almost done talking to him here, and then we've got to go figure out what we're going to do next.
Until next
time. And I do want to apologize for what you're hearing in the background of where I live. On good, cool mornings, I open my beautiful windows onto a lake, and there is the loudest birds just sitting in the trees. They're really tiny too. I don't even know what they are. But they stand out there nonstop, chirping and howling at one another. So I do apologize for that, but on the other hand, I don't apologize for that. I live in a beautiful place. I'm grateful for it, but it's really hard sometimes to cut all the sound out of things that no one, I don't want anybody to hear. So in the winter time, the doors will be shut and it'll be perfectly quiet. I can't send the birds off to play golf like I do my husband. So anyway, back to Skyrim. And we're supposed to try to ask around and find out a little bit about this this person we're supposed to see. And we ask Tolfdir if he's heard of the Augor of Dunluin.
Well, now, there's a name I haven't heard in some time. My goodness, it's been years since I've spoken with him. I suppose
Down in
he's still
Midden,
down in
huh?
Midden, but I haven't checked. Are you going to see him? Do tell him hello to me, won't you?
If you see him, tell him I said hello.
Underneath the college. It's not the nicest place, so if you go down there, please do be careful.
Yeah, we're getting as much information as we can before we go searching for the Augor of Dunluin. Now we should have a pointer showing us where to go here. Which sounds like it might be an area underneath the college. And sure enough, there's a door to take us down below. Don't know what to expect down here. Kind of definitely looks like a cellar type place. Looks like a basement. An ancient one. And it's rather damp. Ooh. Chair and chains and blood. This doesn't feel comfortable at all, does it? And it's icy down here, which makes sense if the terrain where we are is it looks like it's on an iceberg. So let's continue on here. Let's see what we got. Oh, there's an ice wraith. Yeah, ice wraith's teeth, which we need more of. Gotta check how many I got in my pack. I don't know, is that 4? Well, we'll have to see. And it just doesn't look like there's a whole lot of stuff to be found around here. I don't see any chests. That's our first creature, or of anything that's kind of come at us. I don't know what else is down here, but well, I guess there's a few things. There's an empty wardrobe. Fire salts. Boy, it's hard not to pick those up, you know, after having to collect them for so long. So, interesting. With an Atronach forge. So I saw something in the next room, and so apparently you put like fire salts and a ruby to get a flame. You put I'm trying to say, you put the two things of ingredients, I guess, in this box, and it creates an Atronach. And at first I thought, is this what we're looking for? And then I realized, no, it's really not. And I didn't keep the book, so I wasn't sure. And so I did go ahead and said, let's look at this book again. I don't know, maybe someday we'll come back here and figure out what all this is. For now, I didn't want to mess with it at this time. I probably should have, because they had the fire salts and the ruby right there. But I don't do a lot of things I should do. I don't experiment as much as I should. I don't adventure as much as I should. Sometimes I get laser focused to the point where I don't see things around me. So I should have tried that, just because I don't think I've ever done it before. And so it would have been interesting. So, I didn't, but that's okay. We have lots of other adventures coming our way. And who knows, maybe we'll end up back down here someday. So I wanted to check around the room to see if there was anything that I had, laying around, potions, or, a chest, or, I didn't know what else. So And I thought about it again. And then I couldn't, then I don't know. You're seeing me be, what's the word I'm looking for? Indecisive, I guess is a good word. And while I was here, I decided to check my inventory. So, okay, it's like, let's find out, where are we supposed to go? And this isn't obviously it. So, yeah, let's get on with it. We may come back here someday. Found something. Or what was it? A Draugr. They are the bane of our existence. And they are everywhere. Okay, now we're a little farther down, I guess. Yep. Getting creepier and creepier. So here we are in the icy area again. I see a chest down there and I thought, well, if I jump down there to that chest, how do I get back up? And would it be worth it? One never knows. You may be able to come back to it again. I got smart and got rid of the staff that I was using, which is great if your majory has been used up. It's like, okay, I'm supposed to go through this door. It needs a key. Don't have a key. And then it's like, whatever's inside there says, wait, you may enter. It's like, oh, okay. Thank you. Like, what the heck? And this is Augor of Dunluin?
I am that which you have been seeking.
Well, this is unexpected.
Your efforts are in vain. It has already begun.
So something has already
Those who
begun.
have sent you have not told you what they seek, what you seek. Indeed. And so you have come looking, though.
Yeah,
you do
well,
not know
we're trying to
why.
help out. We don't always know what we're doing and why,
Before you,
but we're trying to help.
blindly follow a path to your own destruction.
Apparently, we're the same as everyone else.
Came
I don't know.
seeking answers as well, unaware they will be as undoing.
Thalmor are not very well liked by anybody but the Thalmor, it seems to me.
You will arrive too late. The one who calls himself Unkano.
And Cano. Had to know he was involved in this.
About the eye, but what he will find shall be quite different.
I think he's about ready to cause a big problem.
Will cross yours in time.
But first you must find what that which you need. What do I need?
You and those aiding you wish to know more about the eye of Magnus.
Wish to avoid the disaster of which you are not yet aware. Well, that's interesting. So we wish to avoid something that we don't even know what it, that there is something to avoid.
Blinded, you require his staff. Events now spiral quickly towards the inevitable center. So
Okay.
you must act with haste. Take this knowledge to your Arch-mage.
All right. Well, that wasn't very enlightening, except that there's something that we need that we don't know what it is to prevent something that we don't know what we're preventing. So it's like, okay, can we just, let's don't have riddles. Just tell me whatever it is that I need to do. Let's be straightforward. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the Arch-mage or Tolfdir will know what to do with this weird information. At this point, it's like, oh, that's really bugging me. Like, well, could we get out a different way if we jump down there? Maybe. What's in it? 45 gold, healing potion, and some boots and a stamina thing. I'm not sure exactly if that was worth it or not. And suddenly we're into frostbite spiders. Like, oh no. Had to be spiders. Couldn't have been anything else. Well, joggers, I guess, are becoming annoying. Okay. Take the helmet. Might as well get something out of this. 100 gold shield. Like, let's look around in here just a tad bit. Guess I could have tried to walk through it. It's like, I don't know. It doesn't look like there's much down here except what we just got. And of course nothing on the spiders. I'm looking for chests or something and I just don't see anything. Just the barrels with food, which if you need food, that's great. If you don't need food, it's a waste. I guess we did need to kind of burn those down in here for whatever. Looks like a pathway. We are in a place we hadn't been before, sort of. Like, oh my gosh, was it really worth it for the... What was it, 45 gold or something? Oh, well this is different. What the heck is this? Relic ring finger. Maybe we should save before we do something crazy. We can't activate it. I'm kicking skeletons around the room. Gosh, I hate that. Maybe we can find some information about this thing. Oh, ice wreath teeth. Better check our supply. I think we have enough. Oh, just some ingredients. Really nothing here. Huh, a key and a book. Incident report. Something, remember there was somebody that asked us about missing students. Maybe this is what they were talking about. So somebody got rings from this thing and I'll store these in the Arcanium. Huh. Interesting. So this is like a mystery that is not a test. I mean, not a quest that goes in our log. Jeez, I'm so sorry. But if you weren't laying in my way. So very interesting. I don't know. Maybe we can find more about it at the library. So there's some kind of rings or something. I don't know. It was interesting. There's a couple of interesting things down here that we would be really interesting to explore sometime. Uh-oh. Skeletons to explode. Oh my gosh. There's piles of skeletons down there. How creepy. And why are they there? Ooh. Ooh, double ooh. I was hoping that was a chest. It's not. I think we're about done with this area for now. Or we may come back. Oh, hi, Mercury. What are you still standing there? You've been there the whole time? Who knows? Who knows that crazy boy's mind? He goes where he seems to want to go. And of course, even in a very tiny place like this, I am fully capable of getting lost. No surprise. That's my normal state of being. And I'm just looking around lost. What the heck? Don't worry, I'll get unlost sooner or later. Let me out. We know we came past that thing, remember? Just making sure that wasn't a soul gem or something. Okay, we know we came past there. Because the ice wraith is dead. We came past the dead guy. These are when you can follow a litter of bodies to get out. I mean, a little bit easier anyway. But when there isn't any, aha! Yay! We found our way. But there wasn't very many bodies, so it was kind of hard to find my way.
The chanting services are one of the few things that keep us in touch with the rest of Skyrim.
So let's tell
What you learn here will
the
actually
Arch-mage
benefit
about this.
several if you're talented. It's no secret that the college's reputation in Skyrim is tainted. Really? And what might that be? I'm sorry, what? Well, I'd certainly love to have such a powerful staff, but I'm not really sure that any of us need it. And how do you know of this? Did you really?
Did you
And he
really?
specifically mentioned the Staff of Magus?
And yes, he did. Why do you think I'm talking to you?
I'm impressed with your initiative. Of course, someone will need to follow up on this. I certainly do. Since you went so far as to seek out the Augor for advice, I thought you'd be more enthusiastic.
I'm enthusiastic.
Something as specific and ancient as the Staff of Magus. I'm not sure we'd ever find something like that. I seem to recall Mirabell mentioning the staff somewhat recently. Why don't you see if she can tell you anything? I'm quite pleased with your progress, you know. You've certainly proven yourself to be more than a mere apprentice. Well
I'm
done.
the Dragonborn.
This circlet once
How
proved
many
me valuable.
Dragonborns you got at this mage
I hope
college?
it can be of use to you.
Answer 1. But he gives us the Mage's Circlet. This is what I have been wanting to have on my head since the beginning. I was so excited to finally get it, and we're going to take a moment to look at ourselves. Look at this. Isn't that amazing? Eventually I'll probably change armor, but I look pretty good. I just love that circlet. So anyway, we had our moment. We got our circlet, which really increased our magery, and that's going to help. It's either major or major regeneration. Don't remember and don't care. It's so cool. So let's go have a quick chat with Mirabell and see if she knows anything about the Staff of Magus and where it might be found. It's like my pointer is pointing to someone somewhere. Where is she? I know she's in this room somewhere. Where is she? Go room to room to room. So then I'm thinking, okay, I may have to wake somebody up. No, for people who haven't played before, if someone is sleeping, you can wake them up. By clicking on that, it wakes them up from their slumber. So I don't see anybody to disturb at this time. I'm trying to figure out where in the heck is Mirabell. There she is.
If there are any problems, let me know. It's my job to keep things running smoothly. No more than anyone else, I don't think. They're a very old order.
The Sigic Order is kind of driving this show.
In fact,
It's interesting,
the
not
Mages Guild was founded
no
in
one
opposition
seems to
the
know
idea
very
of the
much
Sigic Order.
about the
Only
Sigic
an
Order.
elite few should have control over magic. No one has seen or heard from them in over 100 years now, though.
Well, we had one right there in Arch-mage quarters. I guess she didn't know
That's
about
another
that.
question. Why in the world would you be asking? I see. Well, yes, I suppose I did mention it, though I'm not sure what he expects me to tell you. I only brought it to his attention a few months back when the Synod showed up here looking for it. They were apparently under the impression we were keeping it in a closet somewhere. Mages based
Yeah,
out of Cyrodiil.
we just had it in this
They
closet. We
fancy
don't really
themselves
know what
the
it is.
imperial authority on magic these last few hundred years.
That's funny.
My understanding is that all they really do is make noise in an attempt to curry favor from the Emperor. Lots of politics, little magic. I was quite surprised to find them on our doorstep. They seemed amiable enough, but their line of questioning made me uneasy. It became clear they're trying to hoard powerful artifacts, looking to consolidate power. No one here does.
No one here
The
does.
Synod seemed convinced it was somewhere in Skyrim. They inquired about the
Aha,
ruins of
they
Mzulft.
acquired about the
That's
ruins
all I remember.
of, how do you say
It
that?
sounded like they were heading there, though they were rather
Mzulft.
secretive
I
about
wasn't
why.
listening to what you said.
I suppose if you're intent on looking for the staff, there's a chance they might be in Mzulft yet. Just don't expect them to be cooperative.
Well, people can be persuaded.
I'm not really sure. Made and used by Magnus himself, if you believe those sorts of things. I
So it
believe I've
seems
heard
like
it
the
said
Sigic
it's
Order is the only
thing
one that has
adequately
any clue
containing his power.
about what's
Sort of
going on
embellishment
here,
wizards
except for
of
maybe
ancient times
Arcano, and he's
loved
not going
to
to tell us anything.
Well, that depends on what you're looking for. Baral
Yeah, at
can
this
teach
point, I wanted to
destruction
ask her real
spells
quick
and
about
offers training
the
in
spells,
both.
and because I,
Magnus is one of the best
I'm
conjurers
never
of
sure
all
who to
Skyrim
talk to
and
because
can
I
help with spells
mostly
from that
focus
sort.
on distraction
Don't
spells.
let Tolfdir fool you. He's the preeminent scholar
But
of alteration.
and I haven't really
One of the
taken the
best in
time to
Tamriel,
talk to
and
each
always willing to
of these mages here and find out what they got. So especially since I found the crazy alchemist lady in Riften who seemed to have pretty much everything I could want. So at some point we will come around and talk to all of these mages and see what they have that may be of use.
There are no expectations. This college is a place to
So anyway, just getting some extra information from
discoveries
Mirabell.
made in your pursuits will be shared with the members of the college first. That way, we all benefit.
So I look and see, well, it's not too far away. And checking my other current quests. So really, oh, and I guess I was ready for a level up. And let's increase our health a little bit. And it's been, I guess I had forgotten to do it because we're almost to level 8 already. So. Yeah. I do dual casting when I do at restoration, so that was a good choice. As you can see, I still have 2 perks. Not sure what I need or want yet. And I do a lot of fire spells, so Augmented Flames made sense. We get to come back to that at a later time. So, I'm gonna keep an eye on the destruction skill tree as we go along, just because that's my main
to track down the Synod or the Staff of Magus?
spell tree that I will be using. So okay, let's get out of here. I think I don't have a problem following through with the Mage College quest to the end early on. We get, as far as I know, it really doesn't make any difference as far as what you end up with. And please feel free to correct me on that. But as far as I know, it doesn't make any difference, so why not do it early on? Why not finish through with what we're trying to do here? Plus we get a lot of really good stuff, and we improve skills, and so I don't know, it just I always move on this pretty early on. I mean, you saw what level I am, and the way I understand monsters and stuff, they are at a level that you can handle. So if I go in there early on, then there's going to be a certain type of creatures, certain level of creatures. But what if I went in there, a level 30 or something? I think they're going to be a lot harder. That's my understanding. And it doesn't make any difference. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of another. It would be at whatever level you are at. And so, again, tell me if I'm wrong about that, but that's what I think is the situation. So at this point, it makes sense to me to go ahead and head off and find that Staff of Magus. And so that's where we're headed now. And I don't think we have gathered anything that we really need to sell. I think we just need to get there. And I just don't think I'm not fast traveling, so even if I wanted to, I couldn't. And here we are, already kind of almost lost. Sometimes trying to find the direct route when you're in these mountains already, can really get you turned around and lost. Guys standing around drinking in the cold, during the night. That's that fort that we cleared out. Well, I guess we didn't clear it out. We just killed our buddy outside. And I don't know if they spawn or not, if they respawn. So I went through a pass, and it seems to have gotten me in the wrong direction. And I'm trying to stay on a path just because it's, you know, you're not trying to climb mountains that you can't climb. There's all those dead bandits we still haven't looked into. It's funny if you stop suddenly, Mercurio is like smashing into you. So at this point, it looks like with our pointer, we're headed in the right direction. Of course, you know, the pointers are like, they could be pointing something that's on the opposite side of the map too. So, you know, you kind of that's why you see me checking my map so often. It's like, how far away am I? If I got a mountain between me and my destination. So that's the downsides of not fast traveling, is sometimes you get all turned around and lost. But you know what? That's part of the journey. So I'm sticking to it. So I would really like to get some thoughts and opinions on my no fast travel rule. I know lots of people create their own rules for play. You know, for role playing. I mean, if you're not role playing at all and you're just trying to power game through a game, that's one thing. But if you're role playing, a lot of people have rules. And I'm just really curious if any of my viewers have specific rules for their play, if you are role players. Do any of you who play Skyrim have a rule of no fast travel? I've seen a few gameplay recordings where people say they don't fast travel. And so I was just curious. I've always been that way in both Oblivion and Skyrim. And I don't remember Morrowind for sure, because it's been 1,000 years since I played that game, and I don't like it. And I can't really tell you why. I don't know what it is about that game that I just don't care for. I currently don't even have it. I had the discs many years ago, and since then I haven't purchased it. It was on sale not too long ago on Steam, and I almost purchased this just because I had the complete set, and I may do that next time it goes on sale. But I didn't. So I don't know. I'm just curious about what you did. Obviously, in Daggerfall, it was I guess I shouldn't say it was the only way you could travel. You could go across land. And I've seen some gameplays where people have done that just to explore and find places or whatever. But it was, the game kind of, in the tutorial, basically tells you to pull up the city and travel to it, either by, you know, I don't know, ship or whatever, you know, whatever the traveling modes was. So it kind of taught you to. But in Oblivion, I stopped that pattern and continued it in, you know, here in with Skyrim, and I just love it so much better. First off, it helps immersion for role-playing purposes, and I'm gonna just let those wolves be taken care of by themselves. So anyway, I'm just curious what your rules were for yourself, and what you do. And you know, I feel like if someone is watching this video, especially if they watch to the end of a video, more than likely they're okay with not fast traveling. So, you know, it's hard to say. I'm just curious about your opinion about it. And it works for me. So hopefully I'm not getting lost here. I know at some point I've got to, I think the road that I'm on takes you right by the ruins that we need to go to. And I can't remember how to say it. But I think it just takes, I think I've ridden by it a number of times. So I feel like it's pretty hard to get lost unless you just really try. And it's like, okay, you're almost there. And it's a no spoiler alert here. Well, maybe it is. It's a Dwemer ruin, and I hate these things. I really do, because of the spears, or whatever they call them, guardians. I don't remember what they're called. They're hard to kill, and they just come right at you, and I hate them. So anyway, I guess it's maybe if you have a sword. Oh, here's some wolves. Maybe if you have a sword, it's better. I don't know. I don't care for them. But you know what? There's no draugrs, or at least I don't think there's any draugrs, or very many. And I kind of get bored with draugrs after a while. So I guess it's a change up from that. But anyway, I don't like it. But we got to go here. Hoping I didn't get caught. And I think one time I got caught coming through there while riding my horse, because it's kind of a low-hanging thing. It's an interesting looking place. And so I think that when we get up here, that's gonna pretty much be it for the day. If nothing, here we are. It's pretty much gonna be it for the day, and we're gonna pick up here next time when we go in the ruin and explore it and try to find this Staff of Magus that we're supposed to find. And there's some other things you can look at around here, and I think there was something there, so I'm sorry I got distracted. But anyway, it's an interesting adventure, and interesting finding this Staff of Magus, and that's where we're going to pick up next time. I want to thank you again for following me on this journey. It's encouraging me to keep playing, so please make comments, please subscribe to my channel, which will help me continue on. And thanks again so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.